The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.
Hi everyone, it's Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is Friday the 28th of October 2022 and I'm here with you for the Bundoran Weekly Podcast, episode 206. It is the podcast that talks about everything Bundoran, and a little bit later on we're going to be talking Ballyshannon and indeed the forthcoming Allingham Arts Festival, which kicks off next Wednesday, and Tom Sigafoos from the festival is going to be joining me to talk to me all about the various events that are happening across the few days in Ballyshannon. Always a big festival in Ballyshannon, and look forward to hearing what Tom has to say very shortly. Teresa O'Neill also with us in our community corner, letting us know what's happening at Bundoran Community Centre. Meanwhile, it is a bank holiday weekend, and hope that you're looking forward to kind of the last proper bank holiday weekend before Christmas here, and that you'll be down and celebrating Halloween with us. We've got a lot of things on, and you can check out a lot of the information on our website, discoverbundoran.com/Halloween. We'll give you all of the kind of the Halloweeny kind of events, and of course discoverbundoran.com/events will give you all of the rest. Let us start as always in the Allingham, and tonight it's Johnny Brady and Eamon Jackson. It's part of the October Country Music Festival, the world famous, I guess you could say at this point. Tomorrow afternoon then there's a concert with up and coming country stars. Jerry Guthrie and Dermot McConnell are there tomorrow night, and Robert Mizell and Gavin Gribben there on Sunday, and lots more besides. That's at the Allingham, and you can check out their Facebook and their website for more details on their October Country Music Festival. Tonight at the Bird's Nest they also have a festival. It is the Nest Fest, and it is going on tonight, tomorrow and on Sunday as well, and they've got a massive lineup for that, and you'll find more details on their Facebook page. Fabulous Franks tonight at the Chase and Bull, tomorrow night Banging Yokes. Sunday it is music with True Tones. Thursdays continue at the Bank Bar, and then tomorrow night at George's Bar there's the Stranger Things themed Halloween party. So a big night there at George's, and then Sunday afternoon as usual it is the 4 to 6 trad session from 4pm until 6pm, and the acoustic session continues each and every Thursday. Tonight at the Phoenix it's speed quizzing, and then that is followed by music with Gav Kelly, Full Moon Fever and DJ Baldy Mick tomorrow night. And then Sunday night it is their Halloween party with Hard to Beat, followed by the local award-winning IMRO Radio Award-winning DJ Dave Duke, who of course is from the neighbourhood, went to school here in Bundoran, does his afternoon show on iRadio with Fanula, and this year they were the first ever recipients of the Music Programming General Award in the IMRO National Radio Awards, and just absolutely delighted for Dave. Such a great guy, so proud of him and all that he has achieved, and they won the first one outside of Dublin, and the Radio Awards have been going on for years and years and years, so well done to him and Fanula on that. John Meehan tomorrow night at the Railway Bar. Kevin Francis tonight at 51 Main Street. Hybe tomorrow night. That is followed by Boxty in the Atlantic Bar. Always a big night at the Atlantic Apart Hotel. It's their big Halloween night, and then that is tomorrow night. And then Sunday night it is music with Jimmy Gallagher in 51, and then we look ahead very quickly to next Thursday night and Mike Denver playing at the Great Northern in concert there. In Ballyshannon, the Ballyshannon Rhythm and Blues Festival is happening right across this weekend. That is sponsored by Guinness, and of course we should mention our Halloween event and pumpkin parade is happening Monday afternoon from 3:30pm at the Atlantic Apart Hotel, culminating in our annual pumpkin parade, which takes place from 5:30pm on the main street and then down to Bundoran Community Library. So looking forward to that, and that is this coming Monday. Just €5 admission for each person into the Apart Hotel. There's a magic show and there's a catwalk fashion show as well for your fancy dress, so do come in fancy dress, and don't forget to bring your pre-carved pumpkins on the day as well. So more details on that on our website. It's www.discoverbundoran.com/pumpkin. You'll find all of the information there. Bundoran Community Centre as well from 11 to 5 Saturday and Sunday have their Halloween Handmade in Bundoran market. So lots of different arts and crafts from creators right across Bundoran and the wider surrounds, and that is happening, as I say, at Bundoran Community Centre from 11am till 5pm Saturday and Sunday across this bank holiday weekend. If you want to go into the cinema, well, new out this week is Bros and Barbarian, and then Missed It Monday is going to be The Shining Halloween special, because this Monday, of course, is Halloween night, so that's on this coming Monday night. And also they're screening the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so you'll find the full detail on their schedule on our website, or indeed at eclipsecinemas.com, and you'll find all of the information there. A reminder of our websites as well for all of the events and everything happening. It's discoverbundoran.com/events, or indeed specifically for Halloween, it's discoverbundoran.com/Halloween. You are listening to the Bundoran Weekly with thanks to AIB.ie, supporting local businesses in Bundoran and Ballyshannon. And still to come, we're going to be chatting to Tom Sigafoos of the Allingham Arts Festival, which kicks off next Wednesday in our neighbouring town of Ballyshannon. And we'll also be joined by Teresa O'Neill in our community corner from Bundoran Community Centre. Stay with us.
The Bundoran Weekly.
I'm Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is the bank holiday weekend for October 2022. It is the Bundoran Weekly podcast, episode 206. And next week sees the kick-off once again of the annual Allingham Festival. And I sat down with the PRO of the festival, Tom Sigafoos, during the week to have a chat about everything that's coming up next week.
Tom, we're here, and it seems like we've been talking about the Allingham Festival 2022 for such a long time now, but it is finally round the corner next week, and it kicks off next Wednesday. And I know you've been working, and you and the committee have been working so hard on it, and there is such an array of stuff, and it's finally all nailed down, all scheduled, all timetabled and ready to go.
It's ready to go, and we're ready to go, and we'll just all have our fingers crossed to make sure that all the plans lock into place.
I'm sure that they will. So we'll run through some stuff really quickly. But I know that I had mentioned earlier on about the festival is now starting on Wednesday, the 2nd of November, which is, I think you said to me, is the earliest start that the festival has ever had. So it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a 5-day festival this year.
It is. And the one of the reasons we're doing this is because it is a holiday week for the schools. Mm-hmm. So the very first thing on the festival agenda is called Little Top Stars, and it's a workshop of circus activities and skills for children, for kids from 5 to 12 years old. So if you have children that are sitting at home next week looking for something interesting to do, the Little Top Stars workshop would be a great thing for them.
Brilliant. That sounds like a really fun afternoon for the kids. That is on Wednesday. And also on Wednesday then as well is the return of the Emerson lecture as well with legendary Anthony Begley.
That's right. And we're glad that Anthony's back on the Allingham schedule. He is one of the most widely respected and most interesting people in Ballyshannon. He's going to be talking about Ballyshannon historically, and so I know a lot of people will want to come out for that.
We're not going to go through every single thing. We're just going to touch on some highlights, but all of the festival details are on the website, the allinghamfestival.com, so www.allinghamfestival.com, and you can get the timetable, schedule, everything on the website there. So Tom, touch on some of the bigger highlights of the festival that you're looking forward to.
Okay, well, we're really privileged this year to have Claire Keegan coming to for an interview at the festival. She'll be there on Sunday afternoon speaking with Sinead Crowley, who is the RTE Arts correspondent. Claire Keegan has just been shortlisted for the Booker Prize this year, and well-deserved, because her book, which is titled Small Things Like These, is the most moving, interesting, and deeply felt story of historical tensions and the way people used to live in Ireland. It's set in 1985, but in some ways it feels like it could have been 100 years before that. A wonderful book. We're very glad to have her here, and I know a lot of the writers in the region are going to want to hear what she has to say about writing.
Good stuff. So that is Claire Keegan, and she's going to be in conversation with RT's Sinead Crowley. And I think Sinead is doing a couple of conversations as well across the weekend.
Yes, she is. Sinead Crowley is also going to be in conversation with Ian McElhenney, who is now probably one of the busiest actors in Ireland. He's been in over 140 films and television shows.
Wow.
He is. He says about himself that he's been killed more ways on stage than anybody he knows of. And some of his most famous roles have been in Game of Thrones. He was Sir Barristan Selmy, and he's also been in the new Star Wars movie, Rogue One, as General Dundana. But a lot of people will really remember him first and foremost as Grandad Joe in Derry Girls.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it is now clicked with everybody who Ian McElhenney is. So that's going to be a very popular conversation.
I think so, and we understand he's also bringing video clips of many of his famous roles.
Brilliant.
So that'll be fun.
Excellent. The Allingham Festival wouldn't be the Allingham Festival without a History of Ireland head school. Tommy Graham making a return to his native Ballyshannon.
Tommy Graham is going to be here, and one of the people who's going to be on his panel this year is a man who is launching a book about the history of Ballyshannon during the Irish Civil War. Porrick Travers is going to launch his book about Ballyshannon and the Irish Civil War, and he will also be part of Tommy Graham's panel. So that'll be a great event for all the history buffs. I would also like to mention that one of the people who is perhaps not as well known locally, but who has all the promise of producing a fabulous concert on Friday night is artist-musician David Rooney. David is probably best known on the artistic side for those posters that he created for the centennial of the 2016 uprising. But he also happens to be a very talented musician, and his work blends guitar and synthesizer and so forth. He's got a fine concert on his own, and he will be introduced, or the lead for that for the concert will be Ballyshanon's own Chanel McGuinness. So that'll for those who weren't able to get the tickets for the sold-out Bird on the Wire concert, the Friday night concert with David Rooney and Chanel McGuinness will be an excellent substitute.
Fantastic. There is so much going on. We've got literally a page and a half printed out of everything that's happening at the Allingham Festival. And I know one thing that we had talked about before we started recording was the historical drama by Winifred McNulty. It's called Step In, and you're very keen on that one.
Win McNulty's drama is going to be a terrific production. It's short, but it's going to be very poignant, and it's going to be done twice at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon in the Workhouse. And it is a drama about people being inducted into the workhouse, desperate souls during the famine. It's going to be strong.
That's the Workhouse up on the rock.
Up on the rock.
People aren't familiar with the location.
And then at 5 o'clock, that same drama will be performed again, but this time it'll be in the Masonic Hall on Church Lane. So at 3 or at 5, Win McNulty always delivers when she writes a play.
And James Joyce's Ulysses is getting a look in as well, because there's some sketches, and I'm going to try and pronounce this, Dunduckety Mud-Coloured Evening.
I'm sure that's right, or if it isn't, well, nobody
We're
else
close.
will ever know.
Yeah.
That's Tricia Keane has put that together with some friends from the drama club, and that is going to be held as a combination performance and festival club on Saturday night at 10 o'clock. And that'll be at the Thatch, a free performance.
Fantastic. There's a number of book launches at the festival as well, Tom. Richie Fitzgerald's Coldwater Eden, Mark McManaman's Ireland's Secret War, 2 local authors, and another number of local authors I see as well here on the list.
Yes, the 2 others that will be launching their books are Michael O'Dea, who's a poet, lives out in Rosnowla, and is his work is really quite beautiful. He will be sharing the launch hour with Kevin McQuaid, who is relaunching a revised and updated edition of his book titled Between the Jigs and the Reels. Kevin will also be playing some of the fiddle tunes that are in that book. So on 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, before the Claire Keegan interview, there will be those two book launches back to back up in Theatre 2, and we would urge anyone who's coming to see Claire Keegan to also come a little early for those events.
Fantastic. And the keynote speaker then is Dr. Tony Bates, a psychologist, and that looks like a really interesting conversation because it's called Are We All Mad?
Yeah, which is a good question.
Absolutely.
The Tony Bates used to be head of psychiatry at St. James Hospital here in Dublin. He was there for 30 years. And he's also the founder and CEO of Jigsaw, which is the National Center for Youth Mental Health. And Tony Bates never fails to captivate an audience because he is so well-informed and has such good wisdom about the whole issue of mental health. I think this is going to be an unforgettable evening.
Sure, and we'll not neglect Jerry Moriarty as well, former Northern Ireland editor of the Irish Times. He is performing the festival launch, so that was a good one to get as well.
He is. We're always happy to see Jerry. Jerry's been with us a few years ago for the Francis Harvey tribute, and now he's helping us launch the festival this year, and he might have some conversation with Tony Bates as well.
No doubt, no doubt. The Poetry and Flash Fiction Competition Awards, the competitions have taken place. They're closed now, and the award ceremonies are taking place online this week.
That's right. There are two online events that fit that description. Poetry and Flash Fiction Awards for adults will be broadcast on Friday evening at 6 o'clock. And those will involve presentations by the judges as well as readings by the winning poets and story writers. And that's online. You could catch it as a webcast. It'll also be recorded, and it'll be available permanently on the Allingham YouTube channel. The other very popular events, the Poet Primary Schools competition in poetry, flash fiction, and art, those are going to be broadcast on Thursday, and those are hosted by the festival chair, Connor Carney. Those will be broadcast at 11 o'clock on Thursday morning, and that's for the secondary schools at 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon.
Fantastic. So they're the only online elements of the festival this year.
That's right. Well, there's a very important point to that, though, because there are students from all over Ireland who are winners in the primary and secondary school competitions. And in the adult awards, there are winners from all over the world.
Fantastic. I was going to ask you, because I didn't want to throw you under the bus by naming countries of people that have taken part, but a good entry this year again.
Good entries from several countries, and a big pool of entries initially, over 435.
Wow.
And so that particular competition is growing in reputation and participation.
Fantastic. Tom, just a word on the pulling together and the committee and everything. This isn't just put together in the last month. This has been going on since probably since last year, at the end of last year's event.
That's right. There's very little gap between the completion of one festival and the planning for the next one. We have a wonderful committee, and Emer O'Shea this year is the festival director, but we have a whole team of people who have put together the program, organized individual events, will serve as event managers for those events, and you'll meet many of them at the festival because they'll be selling tickets, selling raffle tickets, and meeting and greeting the people who come to the festival.
Well, it is Allingham Festival time once again, www.allinghamfestival.com, kicking off next Wednesday, the 2nd of November, and will run until Sunday, the 6th of November. I was trying to do the calculation in my head with the dates there, but a fabulous event at this shoulder period as well into November, an important time to have events and to help to extend the tourism season as well.
Yes, and we hope to bring lots and lots of people to Ballyshannon over this year and in future years. This is going to keep going.
Good stuff, Tom. Listen, best of luck with it, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Shane.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Tom, thank you. Details of the website for the festival on the podcast show notes. Let's head straight now to Bundoran Community Centre and to our community corner. Here's Teresa.
Thanks, Shane. We have the seafront strollers on every Tuesday at 12 p.m. with John and Thursday at 4 p.m. with Teresa. This is a chat and a stroll around the promenade and then back to the centre for tea and coffee. Self-defence course for women in the centre every Tuesday at 6:30 with Chris. If you would like to learn more, please call him on 087 77 64 625. If you are remote working and living in Bundoran or the surrounding area and would like to take advantage of our voucher scheme, please visit connectedhubs.ie, call into the centre to have a tour or to book in to our co-work space. Are you looking for work and need help with your CV, interview preparations or filling in the applications? The RES Outreach will be here in the Community Centre on Friday the 4th of November at 12:30 to 2:30. Leathercraft course with Richie here in the Community Centre every Thursday at 2 p.m. If you are interested, please call him on 085 77 49 649. Due to a demand of our food cloud, the collection is only every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. It's only one collection per family. We have a Halloween craft market tomorrow and Sunday here in the front entrance of the community centre. Doors open at 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. with so much crafters, food and even a face painter. Come in and join.
Teresa, thank you. Best of luck over the weekend with your Handmade in Bundoran market, and we'll chat to you again next weekend. That is going to do it for our Bundoran Weekly podcast. Just a reminder as well that there's a pumpkin decorating workshop, and that's happening in BMG Hardware tomorrow morning from 10:30 until 11:30. So Trina is going to be showing you how to decorate your pumpkins beautifully for this coming Halloween, which of course is on Monday. So we look forward to seeing everybody in Bundoran for the weekend, and indeed for our pumpkin parade and Halloween event this coming Monday afternoon. As I say, discoverbundoran.com/events and discoverbundoran.com/Halloween has all of the information that you need for this weekend and indeed for the week ahead. You can contact us at podcast@bundoranweekly.com and find us on Facebook and Twitter at Bundoran Weekly. And you can indeed follow us wherever you're listening right now, or indeed stream and download all episodes of the Bundoran Weekly on demand at bundoranweekly.com. Don't forget as well, we want to see your photographs for Halloween. You can tag your photographs on Instagram with the hashtag Discover Bundoran for your chance to be featured on our feed. And don't forget to use our little giffies for your Instagram stories as well to brighten them all up. That is going to do it. I will stop talking now and I will talk to you again next Friday. Have a great week. Have a safe one. Happy bank holiday weekend and happy Halloween. Good luck.
The Bundoran Weekly is a production of Discover Bundoran.
The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.